Hello. Hello, chicken nugget.
Hello, guys. Oi, oi. Oh.
Hello, bitches.
Hello.
All week long.
All rise, order in accordance the weekend. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Good to see everybody. Fred Franklin, Flusha, Christy, Bud, Shoddy. Like this video, please. Start there.
It's a good start.
Start.
Good spot.
Myself, greetings. Mike the Legend here with some, hopefully, some Zoom court drama. We were just asking what happened to our favorite thing on Friday, and that's anti-harassment court.
Yeah.
It's just gone.
I'm guessing maybe they just stopped doing Zoom. It's happening.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Shame. Absolute shame. Yeah, we need some craziness today to get today kicked off. Of course, we got this, then Florida Friday, and we got a chase and a big members only at 6 o'clock today. So we got our hands full and we are ready.
Massive.
This is a great start, but the laundry people just left, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was watching his wife back there do some hardcore cleaning. I have a feeling we're about to leave this courtroom where everybody's leaving one after the other.
Unfortunately.
I'm keeping my eye out for harassment. Don't you?
Yeah, Shoddy, we keep an eye on that. And of course, licking. The thing about licking that's kind of crazy is that they're always live, but they're not. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to.
It's like they're waiting to go live at the drop of a hat. Like anything could happen here, folks.
Yeah.
Anything. Jeanette, good to see you taking care of things on the Facebook.
Not sure what we're doing here, but let's jump in and see. And if not, we'll move on to the next.
And then I went to the court recently because I had to show proof of my ID for another ticket. And they told me that I had failure to appear.
What you call it?
Got it. Okay. Well, based on that, it looks like you have two failures to appear.
My wife called me a bear.
I called in to reschedule that other one for today.
Very lovingly.
So I don't know. That's what I was going to ask. I don't know if it was two failures to appear or if it was just one.
You know, honestly, I can't really.
Pounding that purified water, Mexican Mikey there, Robert is doing. Yeah, we're watching a little bit of him before we went live, and then he just took a break.
He was letting that female attorney have it, though. I guess she works for Capital One.
Oh, okay.
And he was saying there was a $75 million judgment against Capital One having to pay to their card holders, and he wanted more information. And
all right, that brings us down to the fine of $278 for the fee of the underlying speeding infraction. I am finding you guilty of that based on your plea. Sounds like you may have trouble paying that. No?
Yeah, so by any chance,
do the same thing I did before.
Are you indigent?
You can't do it now, but what I'm going to have you do is fill out that TR 320 form. You can actually walk into court and do it here if you'd like by hand. Fill out.
Since when do we worry about if people who can pay fines or not?
Last time, right? Go to the courthouse and pick it up.
Come to the courthouse, talk to them.
Last time I thought it was a punishment.
The judge, and he said, fill out that
right.
Form. You're going to fill it out. Say, and the commissioner will decide.
It's disgusting. That's what's wrong with it.
Set a date of August 5th.
It tastes like salt.
In this department.
Get the Deer Park.
If,
when you can buy spring water for the same price that isn't tap water that's filtered, and then they sell it to you. You can get spring water for the same price.
Good luck to you, Mr. Macias. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Redface put up a post. He's smart enough. He knew because he had said something about, I don't know. Anyways, they were discussing how great Dasani and Aquafina water was. such a triggering thing for me.
Okay.
Oh, my son's my wife accidentally bought some Dasani the other day
Oh.
and they boycotted it. They said,
Good for
"Oh."
them.
There's like, this is full of salt. This
Yeah.
is disgusting.
Disgusting.
You also have a failure to appear situation as well.
Makes
It says
no
it right
sense
on
to
the side, salt and minerals.
No contest.
No contest. You understand that if I'm going to treat that like a not guilty plea. You understand? Oh, I'm sorry. Treat it like
Is
a
that
guilty plea.
Danny's daughter?
Okay.
Danny
Okay.
Trejo?
Oh, Angela, trust me, we would love to do stuff like that, but we would have to pay an editor to do all of that. I mean, it's so much. Oh no, I agree. I would love to have like each day a video of the highlights from the day, even. Man, it is so much work. I didn't know anything about this the Capital One thing. It's interesting.
Oh,
The judge said, do this program and write an essay and do it by May 6th.
Yeah. And
Thank you, bud.
May 6th, you don't. Oh, okay. Now I understand. You don't show up to court on May 6th.
Mhm.
write an essay. What is this?
Okay, this is
D-Hall?
now, Ms. Trejo, you've already
What's going
pled
on
in
here?
this case, so and you pled guilty. So, did you complete the course and do the essay?
No, that's why I wasn't aware that I had to
No, of course I didn't. Why would I
Yeah.
do that?
No, I'm in court. Of course I did not.
update.
I mean, come on.
Okay. Okay.
Loud.
You need more time.
You can no. I maybe some do.
Wait,
Maybe.
This is what happened. I lost the number that
My dog
judge
ate it.
gave me for school.
I didn't
Loud,
have
I
any
implore
paper.
you to watch some of the videos with Poland Spring about the everybody getting pissed off because of the 9 million trucks in and out from the springs that they don't even own that they claim ownership to. Telling you.
Give you a number, not a website, I assume.
Oh, yeah, she gave me a number and I lost it, and so I just didn't do it.
This girl's got plenty of excuses. I love her already.
I'm going to give you one more chance, Ms. Trejo, okay?
Okay, thank you.
I have no idea.
Let's see. Do you have a pencil and
I
paper?
never had a problem drinking our tap water when I lived in New York,
First of all,
actually.
why didn't you show up to court?
I wasn't aware that I had to show up that day.
Oh, that's good enough for me.
Okay, you just weren't aware.
I just wasn't aware
Okay.
of it.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discharge your $300 civil assessment on that front, okay?
Mhm.
But the underlying fine is still there. It's $442.
Mhm.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a date 60 days from now. That's August 5th, 9
This judge is
a.m.
the weakest judge I've ever met.
August 5, 9 a.m. This department.
I-
You need to show
She's done nothing
show
right.
up to court.
Did you do what you're supposed to? Nope. Did you show up
Here's
for
another
court?
thing.
Nope.
You have to have completed this course and done the essay and show proof of that by August 5th. If you do that, your case will be dismissed. If you don't, you're not going to get another chance.
Dustin and Joy.
Find the 442. You're going to have to pay that full 442 at that time. Okay.
Is Daddy Dave there?
Good luck, Mr. Trejo. Okay. Any questions?
Can I get the number for the course?
Yeah, that would be helpful.
This guy seems like a real pushover, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
I think he
It's
can
like-
get out of anything if you just say the right
And the
thing.
number is
I mean, she is just sitting there,
does
just.
it. It's
I mean-
530
Yeah, I mean, yeah, honor.
4685.
Robert down there is on trial for murder. Thinks, oh, this is gonna be easy.
This ought to be, he's like, no problem.
685.
Okay.
Can I get one of those essay writing things too? Your
yeah.
Honor?
Don't forget a number 2 pencil, Laura.
thank
Okay.
you. Good luck, Mr.
Can't
Brown.
just type it out.
Thank you.
I would like to have to write my name 15
Audio.
times if that's
Yes, I did.
possible.
There you are.
That's a good point, Dallas. We should keep an eye on old
Your case, sir.
Cedric Simpson today.
Thank you.
When I was just over, he was doing landlord tenant.
All right. You are being charged with
Murder.
violating the hands-free device law. Looks like you were
Texting.
cited by the city of Woodland PD on that case. It's a violation of California Vehicle Code 23123A. You were
So he's
driving with a
talking on the
cell phone. You also did not appear on the court date
I forget. There's a lot of states you can't even hold your phone and talk on it while you're driving around. Still.
North Carolina,
Right now, let me talk about
Oh,
the
really?
charge.
hands-free only.
How do you
Oh,
wish to plead to
shit!
that?
I didn't know that.
Guilty.
Okay, well,
Sorry.
I'm going to plead guilty as to that charge. Let's talk about the failure to appear. How come you didn't appear in court in May?
From what the officer told me, the only reason why I would have to go to court is I wanted to contest the ticket, but I told him I was guilty. It was clear that I was doing it, so I took fault for that.
Okay,
And he didn't
I'm
say I
jealous,
had
Flush.
the actual court date unless
That does
I wanted
sound
to
good.
fight the ticket.
Oh, okay, well, you got some misinformation by the officer, and on that basis, I will set aside your civil assessment. That does bring
Thank
us
you.
back to the underlying fine, though.
Thank
which
you, our
is
guy.
$196. Can you pay that? And how much time do you need?
Not at
Again,
the current moment. I can't.
Judge
but
pushover.
If I can make payments to them, I could pay it off pretty quick.
No, you couldn't. You
You want
pay
to
it
try
off.
to get an installment plan going on this?
I would love to.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. This is what I've done.
I'll just pay it out of my pocket.
Right? Yes. Let me just write a check for you, Robert. It's
You seem like a good dude, Robert.
Now, in the meanwhile, as you heard in the other cases, just file that TR 320 form with the
I like
court.
trains.
Review your case.
Good to see you.
Either set up an installment payment plan. Or
Michael, I missed you. Thank you, Stars. Facebook getting the day going.
This is appropriate.
Excuse me for a moment.
And if you don't do that, you've got that August 5th date sitting out there.
Looks like,
If you don't
Robert's
file that
at
August
work.
5th date, you'll have to pay it in full by that time. Okay.
Well, apparently, whatever job he has is pretty
For
crappy
this
if you can't
form,
pay.
I
What
could
was it,
go into the
180
courthouse and just fill it out
something
right
bucks?
there.
190?
Okay, perfect. I will do that.
And also, you can get it online if you want to, and you can even file it online. But yeah, we have physical copies here.
I'd rather do it in person that way. It's just I know it's done.
Same here. I'm kind of old school like that.
Yeah, maybe mean you should go out and have
I
some
already have
drink.
problems trying to get this set up, so I'd rather just get it done in person.
All right. Well,
Aw.
good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
You're a good guy, Robert. I really like you, bud.
All right, I have a Daniel name. I don't know.
That's your name,
the last
Judge.
name. If
Whoa.
You're, if you're zooming in under Daniel, can you unmute yourself and give me your last name?
Sure. Daniel.
Yeah,
Hey,
last
G.
one would be Cruz.
He's
Oh,
in the
there-
shitter.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Well, I'm partial to Daniels, being a Daniel myself. Okay.
Cool. There we go. I like your name.
Okay.
Is he dumping?
You are being arraigned today on violating 22101D of
Hello, Nate.
the code. This is a prohibited right turn, failure to obey a sign. I guess you blew up a stop sign.
Blew up a stop sign or blew through it?
He said, thank you, Nate. He said you blew it.
Charge first, and then you didn't appear. Let's
Correct.
look at the underlying charge. So, do you wish to play
I
guilty
gotta
or
think so.
not guilty or no contest to that charge?
Guilty because it was my fault that I didn't show up.
Okay, I appreciate it, Mr. Cruz. I will find you guilty
Appreciate it,
for
Daniel.
violating it. Now you're eligible for traffic school on that. There's also a fine
And an essay.
of
Yes.
329. And then you
Your
got the
Honor, can I do a shadow box
Why don't you come to court?
instead, or maybe a nice
Yeah,
diorama of
I'm
some
actually
sort?
located in Marin County. I misplaced a letter with a lot of paperwork I had going on, and I pretty much ended up missing the date. And then once I found it out, it was like a day late, a couple of days late.
Carol the Vandal.
Oh, Chris, I bet.
Based on that, I will set aside your civil assessment and your failure to appear and waive the money. But
Yeah.
that does make 329 due. You also have traffic school. Do you want to do traffic school?
That is correct.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to,
This
within
judge will
60
let you do
days,
anything.
you're going to have to pay to the court the fine of 329 as well as an additional $71. And then at that point, they will give you a list of traffic providers, traffic school
Hot.
providers, and you'll pick one, and you'll do that within 30
It's
days.
been over in the 90s all
Sounds
week
good.
here.
Making it all do 90 days. Now, if you feel
Depending on how this thing twists as it goes across tomorrow, across all of Florida, basically. you might get some wind and rain.
Sounds good. And if anything, can I do it in payments?
I'm sorry.
Can I do it in payments?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's-
sure.
That's exactly something you can ask
Absolutely.
for on that TR 320 form. We're not going to do that today.
Sounds good.
Just do 24 payments,
Something you can work out.
$300, 24 payments. You know, it won't be too bad on you, bud.
Sounds good.
And she'll likely, well, I don't know. I don't want to put words in her mouth, but if you want to play the whole thing in installments, I don't see why it would be a problem. It wouldn't be with me. So I think she'll be amenable to that, but it's up to her.
Oh yeah, Robbie Rob, good to see you, bud.
About time.
I'm setting some dates, okay? 60 days. It's all due.
A lot of people I don't see anymore now that GNS is a DJ over on Twitch. I'm not gonna sit there on my phone and watch while he plays the Eagles.
Sounds good.
I was going to go in there last night and ask him if he
Yeah,
took
we go.
requests, but I didn't
Yeah.
get around
Okay.
to it.
I've got an I250287 Zoom. Who's that?
Oof.
I like this judge to start off with because it's kind of
I think that might
chill
be
and just
me.
That is you. What's your
laid
name?
back.
Oh, okay, Wanda Lee. Let me
Wanda.
put my camera on. I'm sorry.
Wanda Shiahadi
Oh
Yeah.
yes, she is.
Let me call it in case, Miss Lee. Okay,
from
I got-
Tit Up.
Officials say meth is
Okay,
on the
you are
rise,
being
and
charged
as a
with
result, so is
speeding
crime.
violation.
Must have
under
been a
vehicle
bad
code
batch around here because
223.
Floyd counties went crazy in the last 4 days.
Infraction. You
My
were
favorite new one.
arraigned. Yeah, it looks like you did show up to court.
I'm pretty sure he's in here.
Oh, absolutely. He's there for sure.
It's California, so nobody's
Oh, you
allowed
know,
in, you know.
Your court trial. Is that what happened?
I guess.
So they told me to bring this. I had
That's our
earlier in
homework she had to do.
April, about I think the second week, midweek of April. I
Her
had
son
to have a surgery procedure
Behind her
done
tit there.
where I was having complications that this is like
He's
my
next. He's
third
got a
week
case too.
where I'm just now in recovery, and I was on very heavy medications, and what else was it? The pain levels.
My
were
grandma
high.
died.
It was impairing me to where
Fred,
I
where in
could not
Marca are you
maneuver
going?
a lot of
Need to
things
know.
where the pain was not manageable, so I wasn't even able to call. But at the same time, I was in and out of the hospital because I had an infection. So this was my other letters are in my portal.
You
I don't
know.
know what you call it. It's a portal through Kaiser. I don't know if you're familiar with Kaiser. Kaiser Permanente has the thing where you
I'll
set
take your word for it.
up. Okay.
That's good
I don't
enough
know
for
how to
him.
explain it,
I'm
so, but
concerned, but I'll take your word for it. Okay, so let me ask you, there was a court trial that was held in your absence, which is perfectly legal under California law, under the Constitution, certainly. And you were found guilty, and you were fined $442, and then you're here because you didn't show up, and the court fined you another $300 for that. Okay, so I'm going to waive that $300. Okay.
Of course you are.
So I'm gonna find that you had a good reason that you didn't appear. Okay. The question is now, what do you? You're guilty. So you're gonna have to.
I was trying to draw her from that angle, and I just can't do it. Just
no,
it's
I
not-
was. They told
not
me
happening.
to ask to request for a retrial
today.
because I had evidence
Because it's just
there
two
was a car
giant
that
breasts,
was
basically.
in
Yeah.
front of me, and I
There's
didn't know where
two
I
big
was. I went
boobs.
to go drop off a SIM card that day to my daughter, so I'm not knowing where I'm at. I'm trying to.
You're in court.
Okay.
So
What I did is, I will find good cause to set aside the judgment against you. Okay. I'm gonna set this for court trial 30 days from now. Okay.
okay,
Yep.
Set it on July 1st. Oh,
what day is that?
Hell
July
yeah.
1st.
right, I'm sorry.
I'll even let you mix some of that DeSanti in
I
there
don't normally do
for $1
that.
million.
So, tell you what, I'm gonna set it on. Here are your options: July 7th, or July 12th.
Okay.
just for
Can you
scale.
put your calendar. Just a second. I'm trying to get my daughter to tell me what days those are. Because I manage their care.
The 7th is a Thursday and the 12th.
12th is a Tuesday. Let's take the 12th.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, that'll be better, right? Yeah, so we'll do the 12th.
Okay, I'm going to set your court trial for July 12th.
I have to go to my probation office. Oh, just a second. What
Oh,
time?
I'm sorry. My daughter, who's in a
what
shitload
time
of
did you
trouble,
say?
has court
Judge?
that day.
She gonna see her
It's at
probation
1:30.
officer.
You said at 12:30? Okay, that'll be fine.
Okay, I'm going to set this for a court trial at 1:30.
I gotta go to
on July
probation
12th.
officer that day.
We'll send out notice of that.
Hey, somebody's walking into
as well
court.
to
Look.
the
Damn, God.
officer.
Thought that was
Oh, I'm
church.
sorry. We only send it to the officer. So this is your notice. Okay, so it's July 12th
Yes.
at 1:30 here. You're not going to get another chance, Miss Lee. So show up and argue your case, and the court will make a decision. Okay, it won't be me.
Okay.
Just one
Thank
big
you.
pancake.
Good luck to you. Okay, have
Have
a
a-
nice day.
You two have a good weekend.
Yeah, take care.
Fred's
Yeah.
going to California.
To the courthouse
right.
and use one of the computers that we have here.
Okay. Thank you.
Can
They give jean
July
jackets
21st,
to the
Judge?
prisoners.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine for us to just wait a second and
Nice
see what
gel.
the sample
Sure.
has to say
Okay.
while I'm updating the file.
Magistrate Fink, everybody. A real
Are you
nice
looking at
lady,
Paul?
Always in such a great mood.
a real sweetheart. One of the most
Definitely
compassionate-
runs court slightly different than YOLO, where we were just at.
where he was just letting everybody get off today. It was that money you owe. Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
taking that
no
away.
problem.
Going to drop it.
Everybody
hot.
gets off in my court.
You want to make payments? Why not? Would you like to write a paper instead? Go for it.
But when I went to log in, I'll show you what that is. That's the
Oh, she admonishing someone off the screen here.
So you have to.
He's administering spanking.
Yep. And then
While we have a second, she just
you should be able to.
walked away. We'll run over to VHS VCR court real quick.
About that, please provide the court with a good mailing address once you have one, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is she half
All right,
dead?
Thank you, sir.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Is she talking to somebody on a speakerphone?
I have a question.
What's your question?
Oh,
Am I being
my
released
man.
this afternoon, ma'am?
As soon as you're processed on this, you'll be released.
That's paperwork?
Processing? You're
Is that paperwork?
Okay, thank
Yes.
Thank you.
A great court that is, huh?
That is awesome.
Judge, Kunik.
Kunky?
Yeah,
Kunky.
Kunky.
Is language judge.
That judge still?
Yep.
Okay. It indicates there was a motion in order for discharge from probation in 2018. Oh, that may. Senia, yeah.
Magistrate Fink, she has that resting bee face. Anytime
It
she
is
doesn't talk, she's like,
2017
Instant.
00252 FH.
So this one that,
There's one of Edwin's there's Edwin there. There's one of Edwin's Facebooks that has been taken over by somebody. I gotta see if I
the one that, this is.
just all wiener pics.
17931 FH is the one that is noted in my file, so that's not the same one.
That's not even the register of, then that's in circuit court?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
What is that?
Oh,
What
just-
does it say the charge?
No.
Ah!
Oh, I'll contact the police.
Okay. All right. Thank
so
you.
much. All right.
Mr. Thomas, you're all set with me and I've given you personal bonds. There's this other stuff that we're just not able to sort through right now.
And if you look, they
So
haven't
you
changed
need me
this
to
yet.
appear
Yeah,
in the circuit
in the back.
court, like now, and so the corrections officer.
I have a
can
feeling
make sure
Edwin
that happens.
accepts friend requests
Oh,
from
yeah.
All right,
everybody.
good luck.
Thomas,
You're all
I'm
set.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Thomas,
Yeah.
I'm looking into it. Thank you.
Whenever I get one of those girls,
Nope, stand up and go out
friend
and they'll
request me,
take
he's always friendly.
wherever it is you need to be next.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
He doesn't realize those aren't real people, I guess.
No.
Damn it, Edwin.
So
She's gone again. Back to VHS stream.
I'm very surprised that it says 10:17 there. I figured it'd be flashing 12 o'clock. Good for them.
I'm telling you, I just Edwin and DTF going back and forth, like I think would be just amazing.
Good morning, Mr. Brown.
Oh, absolutely.
You're
God,
here
that
on
would be
case
great.
Numbers 2A0269120. That's the criminal trespass one. And same charge on CB 109982. Same charge on 2A018919. All of these are on for pretrial. How are we proceeding, Mr. Parsons?
We are asking the court for a 2-week continuance and confirm Mr. Brown that he's okay with that.
Mr. Brown, gonna fight somebody tonight. Mr. Brown.
Jump back over to her for just a minute and get rid of this. It's just
Hi, what's your name?
perfect timing.
There you go, Gray.
This thing.
Think Fink's married.
I have Bunton Road in Ypsilanti as your mailing address. Is that a good place for you to get mail from the
Seen
court?
her on a cruise by herself, so I don't know.
Have a phone number right now, though?
I have a phone number. I just don't know. I just got the phone.
Okay, so you'll call later and update.
Yes, ma'am.
And you
Phone-
gave the
new
public
number,
defender an email, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay if the court uses your email to have contact with you?
Oh, that's fine.
All right, thank you.
Good to see she's back from a big day surfing yesterday.
2 files here
Oh,
today.
the
A new
wetsuit
felony
today, yeah.
case and then an old misdemeanor. We'll start with the new file, State of Michigan versus Nathaniel Gray, 22 FB 1006.
See, I see her completely different outside of court. The second she steps out of court, she's fun as can be. That's how I see it.
Are ready, Miss Reed.
Thank you. Silvana Reed, Assistant Public Defender with and on behalf of Mr. Gray. We did review the complaint in this new case, so we will waive a formal reading and stand mute.
All right, you may address bond when you're ready.
Thank you. I did review the bond recommendation form, and it looks like the prosecutor is not asking for any cash bond in this matter, so we would like to ask for a PR bond, I believe. And Mr. Gray, you can help me with this because
She's putting
I
up a
believe you have
poster.
private counsel that appeared in your other cases this morning.
She don't even have a
It
robot.
looks like you do have a small
She's got
bond
a
in those.
sweater
I
on.
believe that you'll be able to post those amounts.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, we would just like to ask for a PR bond in this matter.
Okay, so my file is indicating that he has 2 or more felony
Oh,
convictions
Bob.
within the previous 5
2
years, which
or
then
more
requires a
felonies.
bond. So I will set a tiny bond so that he can, if he's going to be able to post
Thank you,
everything else,
Walter.
he can post
Good
this
to know.
as well.
Thank you.
Ooh, baby, it's getting hot in here.
File law 765.
Tell you what,
Let's
I
see,
got
have it
something
memorized
pulled up
and
that
then
looks
second guess
rather
myself.
interesting. I want to just jump over here for just a second, see what we got.
Sorry, Judge, but I'm getting some.
I was gonna say, John, need to keep it down on this side, because we're doing, we're on the record, we make sure we got clear record. All right, so,
Shut up.
in each one of your cases, your lawyers, along with the district attorney's office, prepared a plea packet, which today we're gonna call State's Exhibit Number 1, okay? So, is there a problem?
Yes, Judge.
Yeah, there may-
Anyone.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a phone.
All right, so this guy's very straight to the point and likes to keep things a certain way, and he's been distracted twice now.
About to start yelling.
Lesser included.
Yes.
As long as we do it like that, it doesn't. But when
Let's see,
it's a
yes.
lesser included offense, you drop.
There's a fountain behind her with lots of great looking, almost dead fish.
It has a very nice smell
You
in
gotta
some
talk
parts, and
delivery
in other
on it.
parts, not so good.
Of the possession. Because
Oh, be
even at
careful.
that,
Be careful.
because it's 4 grams to 200 grams, unless you're also gonna drop the amount down
Drug?
to felony 3 level, which makes it a possession, possession,
That was
controlled substance, and the possession amount is a felony 3 amount, which would be
It's a
what?
lot.
Be between 4 and more than 1, right?
Yes.
Walter, yeah.
So for more than 1 gram, less than 4,
Yes.
would make it a felony 3.
We're going downhill fast.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
We'll do it
Especially after what I watched last night, the
But
beginning
it's
of.
still a felony 3.
Yes, sir.
So do you understand that?
Bishop predicted that quite a while
All right,
ago.
very good.
I predicted
It's gonna
9/11.
be Count 2, and I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna check off the box.
Look at the
that
nice
says
chair the judge
prosecution
has.
complete on the lesser included offense of, and then I'm gonna put count 2, and it's gonna be possession, and that's a controlled substance only, felony 3 level.
Yes, sir. No objection. That's
All right.
Felony 3 levels like way up there, right?
Has to be.
So I was saying, each one of you prepared this plea packet, the one that we just talked about right now, Mr. President, and yours too, Mr. Urbina, and I'm gonna show that to each one of you. And today, we're gonna call each one of your plea packets that your lawyer went over with you and that you signed, State's Exhibit number 1. Do you see that, Mr. Garcia?
Yes, sir.
That's State's Exhibit number 1 from now on. Do you see this, Mr. Urbina? That's the package that I'm sent.
It's like, do you see this?
This is your State's Exhibit number 1. And Mr. Placencia, do you see this?
Yeah, third
And this
degree is
your
the
State's
more.
Exhibit number 1. Now, did your lawyer go over these documents with you before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Did you understand them?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So are they?
You know that by signing it, what you were gonna be telling me is that you were in agreement to waive the rights that are found in written form in that document.
Yeah, it looks like they're all being charged with the same thing, I guess.
Did you then sign the document freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think I asked you, but I'm gonna ask you one more time. When your lawyer went over it with you, did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's
Any objection to States 1 on Mr. Garcia, Mr. Guzman?
Ghost.
On Mr. Urbina,
No, Your Honor, no objection.
and on Mr. Placencia?
No objection, Your Honor.
States 1 is admitted in each one of the cases. To the charge then in the indictment, Mr. Garcia, the indictment that I went over with you a minute ago, burglary habitation felony 2, how do you plead, sir?
Guilty.
Mr. Urbina, to the indictment that I went over with you earlier, to the charge of indecency with a child by exposure, I think it is.
Whoa.
Count 1 of that indictment, how do you plead? Mr. Placencia, to the charge to the lesser included charge in the indictment of count 2 and only count 2, lesser included offense, which makes it a possession of controlled substance felony 3 only. How do you plead, sir?
Guilty.
To all of you, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anybody forcing you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
This is gonna be some big time, no?
Are you doing it because you are in fact guilty?
The one's got a vampire
You're doing
charge
it because
against
you are in fact guilty of what you're telling me you're guilty of.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right, very well. Now, because you have pled guilty and because you have signed off on States 1, did I admit States 1? Anna? I can't forget. Did I admit States 1, Kathy? Yes. I did, okay. Because you have signed off on States 1 and have
They have a plea deal?
pled guilty to the charge that we described, you need to understand that I will no longer require the state to bring forth any other evidence before I find you guilty of that offense. In addition, despite the fact that you have entered into a sentence recommendation with the state, you need to understand that I don't have to accept it. But if I do, then you cannot appeal this case without permission of this court. Now, if I reject it right now, then I'll allow you to take back your plea and I'll give you a new trial on the whole thing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, I wonder what the
Very well.
plea is for.
Gotta be 10 plus years, no?
What the one was for.
I mean, if it's a felony of the 3rd degree. Oh, did they just cut the audio for a second?
Judge muted
Yeah.
it.
Judge wanted to drink some of his salted tap water.
he was a big fan of the Mickey hand grenades. He just likes
Um,
small balls.
We'll come right
So I
right
left
back.
them
What do you
on
got
the curb.
lined up over here?
No
After that,
idea.
it turned into more threats.
Judge Alex is here
Here's what
though.
we know.
Okay, that looks
In
like
your
fun.
situation, sir, I need to go over certain, a couple of things. with you. One, sir, is that
Uh,
the type of charge that you're pleading guilty to. is
I think we're gonna
charge
hear.
you That, after you are, convicted, and placed on probation, if I accept your deal, that you will have to, register
I'm thinking.
under the requirements of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, as sex offender for a period of, I believe.
Wait, what?
it's
You
the
didn't
maximum
hear that?
prison
That's why I
you
said
can
one
do.
of them had a vampire charge.
You're on probation, it's 10 years, okay? You understand that?
Indecently something with a minor.
No.
Why are we
Isn't it
doing all three
correct?
of these
After
at
you're
once?
In other words, when probation period ends.
I thought they were
you
all
have to
gonna
be
have.
registered during the time of probation.
sorry.
Yes, you have to be registered during the time of probation.
Wow.
And let's say probation lasts for, you have it for how many? 5, right? Let's say it lasts for 5, the entire time. I don't know. if it's gonna last.
complete the other.
And then you complete it.
Yeah,
probation.
I.
And then after you complete it, there's 10 years you have to be registered. It's not gonna be 10 years.
It's like you
starting from
flashed
today.
them or
It's gonna be
something,
10 years
maybe?
after you're done. with probation. So if you're done with probation in 4, 10 years after. If you're done with probation in 5, you're 10 years after. You understand? You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. And there are several requirements with regard to that. You know, when you move, when you
He
intend to
exposed
move,
himself
and
to
all
a
those.
minor, Creed.
So
Brent was
and then there's
mining and
manual
he
things that you
showed
have to-
himself to him.
That's what Brooklyn was
So
to say. A
you
minor or a
make sure
minor?
you Familiarize yourself with that. And if you need help with that, talk to probation. They have somebody who will, who knows more about that than you and I both know. So, okay, all right?
2 drug charges, one of them, I
Knowing
guess.
that, sir, do you still want to go through with this plea? You want to talk to me? Go ahead.
Oh, this guy might change his mind.
All right.
Having to register.
Mr. Garcia,
Yes, sir.
I am
Are we just going down the row? Must be.
deferred.
So
Oh, it's
confusing.
deferred? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you applied for deferred. I got to go over that with him too.
Okay, are these guys all
Mr.
together or are they all here to do plea deals?
Mr. Garcia,
And he's just knocking it all out in one
so I'm going to
sweep.
find that you plead guilty to the very reputation of the made freely and voluntarily, that you're competent to make that plea, find in fact you are guilty of the offense of burden habitation. The court will take into account as 12.45 of this case, of the penal code, 2 other cases that you have that the state will not proceed on because I'm taking them into account for purposes of the sentencing. 2021 CRI 46041 and 2017 CRM 1221D1 will be taken into account for purposes of sentencing, and as a result of that, will be dismissed by the state. And sentenced you to 10 years to serve in institutional division of the Department of Criminal Justice. Suspend that time, place you on probation for 10 years. As a condition of your probation, you need to serve 180 days in the Webb County Jail. Standard condition of probation will apply. You need to understand that you have a very, very, very thin rope, sir.
180 days. So I'm guessing only the first person was the 3rd-degree felony.
Yeah, they must all have different charges.
That you used to feel before, seek help immediately with probation or whoever it is that you seek help with. All right?
Yes, sir.
Be zero tolerance for you, sir. There'll be dismissal also after 2020 CRI 466D1, 2020 CRK 1948D1, 2013 CRB 942D1, 2020 CRI 402D1. And then probation will be closed out on 2014 CRJ 1688 and 2014 CRJ 1686. There'll be credit for time served that are applied to the 180 as a condition of your probation as well as granted. There'll be court costs the amount of $325, a Crime Stopper fee of $50.
I was kind of getting that feel too. Like, let's just.
Standard condition probation will apply.
It's possible.
In addition to that, you'll have,
I'm guessing so we don't have to explain it once.
Yeah.
you need to stick around the courtroom.
It felt as if they were all being kind of tried at the same time, but now
Count 2 is dismissed.
Count two, I believe, is dropped.
You might want to figure that out rather than just say
What you do
believe.
with, Mr. Guzman?
That might be a
Count
good
two
idea.
dropped, you only got burglary habitation on count one.
That is correct.
Thank you.
And he's got to go back to the middle
Judge, but
guy.
who was it that answered right now?
Mr. Rodriguez.
Thank you.
The gallery over there.
Court reporter has a lot of jobs. She's a hibachi chef. She's a air traffic controller and court reporter. All at the same
We
time.
agree on that, Mr. Davila. Did you understand that he was gonna start his probation?
Let's enjoy yourself.
180 days today?
Enjoy.
Guzman, Judge, are you talking to me?
You are allowed to
Fine, I'm
leave.
sorry.
Oh, yes, that was our understanding, Judge, that he was gonna start today.
That's my understanding too. We gave you notice of that.
Yeah.
Put them away today, Judge. Put them
I
away
could
today.
turn myself in like
Yeah, my hair.
around like 2 or 3 because my wife is here and she's pregnant and well, she can't drive, so I need to drive her back home and get my mom to come and bring me back.
Can I
Again,
go?
3 o'clock today, sir. 3 o'clock today. Go into the jail, you turn yourself in.
Yes.
Carol, I got it for you.
Do not disappoint me with not showing up.
Judge.
You're getting a pretty good deal here.
Yes.
Take advantage of it. Yes, sir.
The only thing, I think I put it in the plea packet, but just to make sure, if he can get credit for the time that he's already served, Judge.
Yeah,
I
he already
said
said
that.
that.
Okay. Just make
Pay attention, Javier.
I don't think we've ever been in this courtroom, have we?
No,
Okay,
I know we haven't.
Right in front of the jail, and the jail will advise you when you're doing.
Your Honor.
Angela, call back from yesterday.
Christina Hernandez for the probation department. Just for clarification purposes,
Huh?
was the MTR withdrawn and closed unsuccessful, or was he?
And she just had a fast. I
No,
just not understanding.
disclosed.
I
Okay.
did not understand nothing she says, for Your Honor.
Unsuccessfully. Both of those.
Okay, Your Honor.
I'm just saying.
I got to drive my wife back. She
Oh,
lives in
And
Mexico.
the officials are here, and I'll sign off on the same.
I'll be back.
Mayor reporting for duty.
I'll be back. Right, Mayor? Come back.
Mr. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
I'll have my bits used.
Yes, sir. Mr.
All right, so
Orellana,
180
you,
days for him.
You are applying for
It's
deferral.
probation.
It could be a real good thing, it could be a real bad thing. It's a good thing if I give it to you, and at the end of that time, then, by the way, Ms. Hernandez, do you have anything criminal history on Urbina? 'Cause I
Light
don't
to
have it.
ceiling
I'm not sure I'm
ratios.
prepared to.
Huge.
Your Honor, I was under the impression that his case was gonna be reset, so I didn't have time to work on a PSI for him.
So I just need his criminal history. Do you have it?
If you'd like, I can take it upstairs.
Well,
Prior to this.
He does weddings on weekends.
He did pick up some subsequent which the state is wrapping in, either dismissing or not accepting as part of the plea on this one.
we had nothing before this.
Correct, nothing before this. Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. That's all right, Ms. Hernandez.
Okay, Your Honor.
Why she got that mirror?
Okay, Mr. Ramirez, so it can be a real good thing and it can be a real bad thing. It's a good thing, and if I grant it, and you're on probation, you successfully completed.
See how
and
long
then
her
you have
fake
no
lashes are each
You
day.
understand that. Now, it's a bad thing that if I grant it, and then I place you on probation, you fail to comply, then the state brings the case back to you, they prove that you failed to comply, I agree with them that they do. I find you guilty of the original offense, and then I can sentence you to up to the maximum amount of time that is allowed by that level. Not 5, like you're doing probation on, it could be 10. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Knowing that, sir, do you still want to apply for deferral?
Yes, sir.
You feel confident about yourself and your abilities to stay straight and be a successful, productive member of this community?
Oh, of course.
How old are you?
24. I just turned 24.
All right. Very well. I'm going to find that your plea of guilty has been made freely and voluntarily, that you're accompanied to make such plea. I will grant you deferred adjudication. You'll have to be registered, as I said.
He's the flasher.
Your 5 years probation. You'll have to be conditioned, obviously you have to be registered, not only the condition, but it's the law.
Yes, sir.
Failing to register will be a violation of your conditions, and on top of that, another potential criminal act. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So it's a lot of reasons why stay in the straight and narrow on this.
Keep your
Participation.
pecker in your pants.
And sex offender education, 100 hours of community service, 441 credit on that. Are you working?
Yes, sir.
There will be a dismissal as to
Daycare center, Your Honor.
2 cases that are pending, 2022 CRB 170L2 and 2020 Sierra
Cocaine
F,
mirror.
1427. Any booking number that will not be accepted on 2021 106-162.
Just probation for
Standard
flash.
condition probation, court cost the amount of
$385.
$385. Crime Stopper fee of $50. There'll be a standard condition probation along with some special conditions that will be given to you depending on your assessment. You'll be going to probation on Monday at what time, Ms. Hernandez?
At 9 a.m., Your Honor.
At 9 a.m. to probation office, which is at the west end of this building. Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, I'm sorry.
Oh, the contact phone number for you?
956-269.
Just probation.
4218. Thank you.
5 years.
And has to register, of course.
They'll do that on Monday.
But only for the 5 years. After that, he's free and clear.
They'll help, you all will help them or guide them through that process, Ms. Hernandez?
What was his question? I'm sorry, Your Honor.
The registration.
Yes, Your Honor. We'll meet with him and we will go over everything.
Should they do that? Should they do that today?
Yes,
or-
you did miss it.
I know, Your Honor, when he's.
He's in court for it.
We'll be fine with that. The state is okay with that. Thank you. Yes. All right, come on. Thank you.
All right. So this is the guy with the
Okay.
big charges.
Placencia.
Yeah, this is the big one here.
After receiving your plea, sir, and giving all information, I'm going to find that your plea of guilty has been made freely and voluntarily at your accomplishment to plea, finding in fact you are guilty of a lesser included offense of count 2, possession of controlled substance, only. And sentence in
Mad
accordance with
Cave?
the agreement of
Thank you,
5 years
brother.
In institutional division of Department of Criminal Justice, suspend that time, place on probation for 5 years. You'll have some standard conditions of probation along with some special conditions, drug offender education program, 300 hours of community service, all foreign credit as long as you're working. Are you working? Are you able to work?
Yeah, I'm close to getting a job. I'm close to getting.
Very good. Not acceptable prosecution, a case that is pending.
It's a prohibited substance case, Your Honor, involving, that allegedly occurred at Home Depot.
And is that all the description you want on it?
Well,
On or
we
about
were able to
when?
get the actual,
When did más o menos it happen? On or about when? May have,
I don't have. that
you
information.
know what month it may happen?
I was never, was that the case? I
No.
was just picked up on a case at Home Depot, but I never.
All right, prohibited substance, perhaps, probably, okay. That's what I'm gonna leave it with, you can, and then dismissal to count 1 of the indictment. Standard condition probation will apply, court cost the amount of
$535.
$535, Crime Stopper fee of $50. There's a $200 fine, that you've agreed to.
Crime Stoppers is doing well.
That was in terms of your probation, except for the Crime Stopper fee within the first 60 days of your probation. And you'll have to report to the probation office on Monday. at
Somebody had said
9:30.
something about the cocaine mirror. It just reminded me of Bishop.
A phone number where probation can contact you.
Classic
Yeah,
picture.
That is a classic.
right here in this building, but yes. What's the phone number where they can contact you?
Somebody send that to Orkin.
8793.
8793?
Yes.
8793. Oh, thank you. All right, thank you.
That's it, hon?
All right.
Wow.
Another case, it's an announcement.
Hey.
All right.
And blamed me and the landlord.
Hello, Sharon.
Cussing me out, saying that I was trying to ruin his life and somebody was gonna hurt me and he was gonna kill me. And I'm trying to use my femininity as a weapon, just like all kinds of rambling. This went on for like
The
3
hell of a
hours
meeting room she's in. I'll be right back.
until like 2 o'clock in the morning. So
Fortune
finally, I
500.
called the APD. When they came out, they did do a police report, Officer Barnes.
See, Elvis.
And I have that number if you need it. And she is the one who suggested that I get a TPO because she saw how
what the cop said. I just want to hear about the violence
Okay.
or threats.
So, right. So once he started issuing the threats and all that, I felt unsafe because we live in the same house. Most people can go in their homes and get away from the
Tell me
threat.
about another threat.
So once we were out,
All right, stand by, people. I got it.
Oh, what happened? Did her nose start bleeding? That's a first. The judge's nose. started bleeding? What in the hell happened? I'm trying to not devalue the artwork, so I'm taking it nice and slow, good and easy type of thing. If you're sorry you're late, like our good friend here, Sweet Tea, go ahead and make sure you like the video. That helps out. That makes up for it. If you're ever on Facebook, hit the little heart, the thumbs up, the angry face, whatever you feel is best. What happened to the judge? Was the judge hanging out with Bishop, and that's why her nose was bleeding? Because she grabbed her nose like this. So where the white women at? The judge. So if I'm understanding this right, the lady is having to put up with some crap from someone she lives with. I thought this might be like landlord-tenant stuff. See, I don't think it is. That's why I'm starting to think it's not landlord-tenant. Everybody's got like the cocaine sniffles today up in here. Do you think we're gonna re-rack it? You want me to re-rack the nosebleed? Okay, let's see if I can re-rack the nosebleed.
Cop said, I just want to hear about the violence
Okay.
or threats.
So, right. So once he started issuing the threats and all that, I
Watch
felt
the
unsafe
judge.
because we live in the same house. Most people can go in their homes and get away from the
Tell me
threat.
about another threat.
So once we were
All
out,
right, stand by, people. I got it.
Yep, that was a nosebleed. Everybody, did she roll off camera and then come back on?
so he has threatened me several times.
What did he say when he threatened you and when?
Hold on
a second. Hold on a second. Christopher Johns. You're not in the bed, right? I know you're not in the bed. Okay, because you're in my courtroom and you can't be sitting in the bed. All right, go ahead, Ms. Boswell.
Okay, so on.
All right, so yeah, judge sprung a leak, bleeding everywhere. That was a pretty good one because when she was like, and it was like flying down her face. Judge, you think the judge was partaking, perhaps? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't think so. She seemed like a good old-fashioned judge. You think so? Maybe. Who knows? I think this young man, Shaka Freeman, is that right? Like Shaka Khan? She's been attacked with a mental burst, perhaps, and caused her to nose to bleed. And Christopher, by the way, is under a blanket on a bed right now. I don't believe that's allowed. Miss Boswell is going to get tuned back up. Everybody's just so upset. A brain hemorrhage. She will not be back. Judge Alex has passed away right here live on Zoom Court.
I'm so glad you went back to see that. We'll come back to the nosebleeder in a minute. We'll go back over here, see the next contestant is done.
2021 TRM 16631.
Two really beautiful shirts in one picture right there.
Want me to print it out there?
Yes, please. And then who else?
And I like how she called him out, asked about laying in bed or not.
Yeah, and now he's right back to laying back with what appears to be a mink blanket on his
We'll
lap.
see when she comes back if he pops right back up. Yeah, look at this guy, man. He's doing. Now you got two up there.
Yeah, he double fists it every time.
Oh, you have another one?
I have one more, yes. David Vargas.
We're bringing up a third.
Also need a translator.
He likes it in threes, man.
That is just too confusing. I would hate to work that way.
How did we do it last time, Rob? At the beginning or at the end? Which one was better?
I think at the end, Judge.
A four-way creed.
My God.
Oh, we got another one?
You would interpret that after the first people respond.
5.
Okay, so David Vargas.
In some cases, 5 times as fast.
David Vargas, you don't need a translator. Okay.
I have
So get on-
never seen a judge do this. He really
Manuel
wants the
Antonio
weekend
Chavez,
off.
You need a translator. Okay.
You got to kick off the weekend now.
And your name? What's your name? Jose Mendoza. You need a translator?
The smaller guy in red, is his pants basically around his, like, way down, or is that just an optical illusion?
There's something there.
What is your name, sir?
Either it's the jeans or he has his pockets turned out. I don't. Just letting the judge know now. Hey, man, I ain't got no monies.
Same flea market, bug.
This is like the lineup for The Biggest Loser. Remember that show was on TV? They'd bring a bunch of fat people in and make them stand up there and berate them for days on end.
And then Juan Antonio Mendoza Andrade. And then Manuel Antonio Chavez.
Judge still hasn't come back, by the way.
All right, so we're gonna line them up. I need you all to move closer to me, right there. Okay, and you
Closer.
have to step that way. No, too much. Right there.
World's worst boy band.
And he's lining them up to get them all in camera perfect for us. Thank you, Judge Lopez.
And these are the instructions that I'm gonna give you because we have to do it in order. Okay? Every question that I ask of the group.
Why is the interpreter writing on a dry erase board?
To Mr. Rodriguez,
On her iPad.
and then I'm gonna make
Love that
eye
too.
contact with each one of you down the road, as I go down the line. And every time I make eye contact with you, you will respond to my question. Those of you who need an interpreter, will wait for the interpreter. Then you will answer the question as I make eye contact.
I will look at you, and then you will look at me.
Son las instrucciones para que todo esté en orden. Cuando les haga la pregunta, les voy a empezar con el señor Rodríguez. Los voy a ver y cuando los vea me dan su respuesta en inglés. Para los que necesiten el intérprete, esperen a que el intérprete pueda interpretarles y luego mientras yo los vea, cuando los voltee a ver, me van a dar su respuesta. Bueno.
It'll be first you, Mr. Mendoza, and then after Mr. Mendoza responds, it'll then be you, Mr. Chavez.
Very quickly, this is what's going on here. Everybody's jumping out and gone.
Yeah, everybody started leaving a second ago.
Not at the same time. First Mr. Mendoza, then you.
No den la respuesta al mismo tiempo. Primero el señor Mendoza y luego el señor Chávez.
This is what it sounds like when I call to do my car payment.
So all of you, please raise your right hand and be sworn.
Todos levanten la mano derecha para prestar juramento.
Do you initial view solemnly swear that testimony will give in this cause, not in trial?
First time reading it?
And nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. Yes.
Todos los presentes que ahora están prestando juramento juran decir la verdad durante esta declaración, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad con el amparo de Dios. Yes. Yes.
Put your hand up. All right, all of you are here on your own independent criminal offenses that you were charged with by way of a grand jury indictment.
Muy bien, cada uno de ustedes está aquí independientemente porque fueron acusados formalmente por el gran jurado.
You,
It must have
Mr.
been really bad
Antonio
nosebleed.
III, were charged under cause number 2021 CRM 166 with a possession and control of substance state jail felony. which
Hacer lo
state
que-
felony that you intend to plead guilty.
That's how you say it right there, Jay.
You, Mr. Flores, with an indictment of number 2022 CRL 18061.
Yesterday was the day of Creed frames, Nigel. Not today, baby. Not today.
Yesterday was the day.
Yeah.
We liked them. They
You,
were
Mr. Vargas,
there.
with
Still early.
a indictment number 2021 CRO 1345, charging you with an evasion arrest of a motor vehicle. Evading
That was
arrest with the vehicle.
The chase.
That's right. You are charged, Mr. Mendoza, with a grand jury indictment number 2021 CRI 3041. The offense being.
No, doesn't look the same.
felony.
You're way hotter on
El señor
Facebook.
Mendoza está aquí para su acusación formal número 2021 CRI 304, que es escalamiento que es un delito grave estatal.
You, Mr. Chavez, a grand jury indictment number 2021 CRO 1316, charged with evading arrest with vehicle and also a possession of controlled substance, state jail felony.
Y usted, señor Chávez, con la acusación formal número
Mikey, check out Department 4 Zoom meeting if they're still live. Department 4 Zoom.
That's funny that you said that because I was just open
You all do
Department
not have
4
to
Zoom
be
meeting.
guilty to the offense that I just described, but if you do insist
Judge
on
Stevens?
being guilty, you need to understand.
It
that
came
you
up with in a
have the right
harassment
to remain silent, your right to a jury
search.
trial, and your right of confrontation.
I
You
don't know
understand
why.
that?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes.
Ahora ustedes no tienen que declararse culpable, pero si desean hacerlo, tienen que entender que están renunciando a su derecho de permanecer callados, a tener un juicio con un jurado y al contrainterrogatorio de testigos. ¿Entienden esto?
That's weird. I opened that
Yes.
just as you said something.
Yes.
That is weird.
Are you a citizen of this country, Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Due process. Process.
¿Es
Okay, you're in the process.
One of them was about to tell a
un
lie.
ciudadano de este país? Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you didn't realize this. We're playing a game. Which one of us is lying?
Because you are not a citizen of this country, Mr. Vargas, yet, you need to understand that,
You're in
there could be
shitload of trouble, Your Honor.
But there could be consequences as a result of your plea.
We may kick you
Those are
out.
the type of things that the judges like me are not responsible for. That's a federal government issue, not the state issue. But you could be deported, you could be excluded from entering the country, and your ability
Welcome
to
back.
get immigration status in the future could be affected. You understand? Now, I've been handed a document that I've shown you here today, and I'll continue to show it to you. And it's labeled as State Exhibit Number 1. We call it a plea packet, and your lawyer should have gone over it with you. And I'm going to ask you some questions on it, and it purports to have your signature on it.
Muy bien, ahora les voy a mostrar a cada uno de ustedes este documento que es el elemento de prueba número 1, que nosotros lo conocemos como el convenio declaratorio. Su abogado ya debió habérselo explicado. Les voy a hacer unas preguntas y también me demuestra que tienen su firma.
Are they even doing anything over there at 4?
I can't tell. The judge is
Mr.
talking.
Andrade, I forgot to tell you.
There's
that
no
you're
one
also
on the
charged
stand.
Under clause number 2021.
And hi, Dulcie.
Which is, yes, which charges you with another offense of burglary of building, state jail felony, and a theft of property class A. Mr. Meany.
También, señora Andrade, también tenía otro caso.
Ah, he's a little
que ya les
stealing.
estoy indicando, es el 2021 CR 392 de 1, que también es escalamiento de una vivienda y robo de propiedad.
Thank you for adding the breasts.
Hey, I saw him. I draw him as I see
¿Entiende
him.
esto?
5 potatoes.
Today, they also tell me that you intend to plead guilty to that, or to a part of that, and all of the admonishments that I gave you earlier also apply.
Y me han indicado que usted piensa declararse culpable aparte o todo de esos cargos y todo lo que ya le indiqué
I'm gonna check
también,
this courtroom.
tiene que ver con este caso.
Now, the range of punishment for the charges need to be disclosed to you. And I will tell you that we have Mr. Rodriguez with the state jail felony, Mr. Mendoza with the state jail felony. And in those cases,
Carol, thank you for the
could
stars.
be, the range of punishment is no less than 6 months, no more than 2 years. for
Definitely
sure.
not harassment. You're talking about stolen
Vicinity,
property.
You also may be assessed a fine of up to $10,000.
Well, let's just see. Let's just hang out there for just a minute. You know how it is with the interpreter, man. It just goes so slow.
Yeah, it really does track it down a little bit. They were just talking. Why is there no sound? I was just listening to somebody talk 5 seconds ago.
We'll strike the motion as it relates to treatment non-compliance, which leaves us the City of Olympia case.
Judge Chrisley presiding.
We'll reset a pre-FTC, in this case, approximately 60 days to see what's going on with the Olympia case. And the other thing you need to do, Mr. Buckman, is you're reporting to Ms. Fisher, Jeanette Fisher. And I want you
Oh,
to
not Jeanette Fisher.
close the business Monday afternoon.
He's in trouble.
Thank you very much. I
Yeah,
appreciate
and
it.
yeah, and if that doesn't happen, then we have a big problem because I want Jeanette to be working
I'm
with you
gonna-
on all this.
Jeanette, are you
I
listening?
already have some problems, but I
The
won't.
judge is talking to
Okay. All right. You don't.
I'm trying to
don't
take
want to
care
add
of
to your
this.
problem.
Isn't David that YouTuber, Disney kid that I don't watch no more?
I'm a mess.
Mhm.
I'm trying really
I
hard
think
to
so.
do stuff, and I'm making it worse.
Justin Scary.
I'm just kind of trying
Or
to.
Justin
wake
Scared.
up.
Scared.
Done
Scarred?
making it worse.
Yeah. Okay. So Jeanette can help you. She's not there to make it worse. She's there to help you. So get in touch with her. I want you
Jeanette,
to
don't
be in
let
touch
this,
with
you know,
Olympia
get in the way
Monday.
of things over there on Facebook.
Yeah,
Please.
sure.
Okay. And we'll be back and then clear that warrant. You said you're going to get down there. So clear that Olympia warrant and handle that case and we'll figure out where we go from there.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Buckman.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Cassandra.
I don't watch him anymore because the begging for
You
money
as
with
well,
his
Your Honor.
teeth
Thank you.
and the begging for money and
And we have Ms. Pogue and
Attorney Schuyler's he him too.
Mr. Schuyler. Do you need to talk to Ms. Pogue?
He or him is in trouble.
Let's see. I think it's a jail time thing. I think we could probably just put her on. Ms. Pogue, if you'd activate your audio and video, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's see. Thank you. Good morning.
Got
all Good the morning.
Thurston County.
All these things. Okay, you
Not sure.
2 days of jail time and it's
Well,
hasn't
the
happened.
flag back there makes me think it's
I
definitely not
2 days
California.
of jail time.
I think it's
went
Washington.
in
Yeah, Jeanette, the judge was just talking about
April 2nd or
help out
1st.
Justin Scarred.
I mean, I definitely served my jail time.
Okay, you would remember, I bet.
Yeah, I did. It was a horrible experience.
Wait, what?
Okay, so where did you
She
do
did
it?
some jail time,
I did
Creed.
it at the Thurston County,
Tell us more.
Thurston County Jail, I think.
For
over
what?
By, South Puget
Yeah.
Sound. Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, they typically let us know that it's done, and in your case, the reason we're talking about it is we don't have any notification that you actually showed up. Now,
Uh-oh.
you're telling me you did it, so I believe that you did do it. Because that would be a memory you would have. Okay, so what's going on
Should we
with
take her word for it?
Evaluation and treatment and victims panel?
I mean, she might watch 2 episodes of Orange is the New Black and tell you all about what happened in there.
Emailed it to my lawyer for him to send it to the court as well as my assessment.
Hey, that is a judge now of record of her being in.
Yeah, it says you didn't show up, but you know what?
Treatments as well. So
You said you
I'm kind
remember
of
being there.
just confused
Yeah.
and at a loss as what to do. I've been trying to contact my lawyer since my sentence.
Bet she could get out of an essay too.
Have not been successful. I've called, I've texted, I've emailed.
Pretty
And
face
haven't
goes a
been
long way.
successful. So is there an email that I can send to the court that I can send all those documents to, or how do I streamline this so that I'm not in this situation again?
All right, and you said with Northwest Resources?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did they have you sign a release of information?
They did. And
Did she-
back
did she
in
not get turned
February 21st, I had them send it over.
Look how the
to
judge is
Mr.
smiling.
Taylor. So
I think he likes it.
it's been done for quite a few months at this point.
I bet it has.
If need be, I can go back in and hand deliver it to the court, whatever is necessary.
Would you bring it to me in my chambers?
Yeah. So I'm a little surprised that Northwest Resources didn't have you sign a release of information to provide the information to the court. They probably should have suggested that to see if that's what you wanted. And that's
Got
what
it.
we need.
Okay, so if I just go in there and have them release it to the court rather than to my attorney?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
Mr. Schuyler, I don't want to step on toes. Was that Mr. Schuler's advice, was just to have the ROI just to counsel?
Probation, and I just messaged Miss Pogue my email address, so she's free to email
I
it
bet
to
you
me as
did.
well.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and I did my assessment before my
Slide up in my DMs.
so that could maybe be where the mix-up is at as well.
Oh yeah.
And, we have confirmed that, in fact, Ms. Pogue has a good memory. She did serve her time in jail, so 8 million to strike.
She has a good memory.
Per her memory.
And
she did
and
go
Ms.
to
Pogue,
jail. So I mean, that's good enough for me.
He's gonna go from Alicia to a slightly homelier looking Alyssa and treat her like shit.
Yeah.
that you did the evaluation and the victims panel, and that you are compliant with treatment. You're still going to treatment, or you've finished treatment?
I'm still going with treatment. I believe. I mean, I'll be there for 2 years.
Drugs or alcohol?
Okay. Yeah. So they need to be. You need to sign a release of information.
Both, hopefully.
Northwest Resources to send that information to a probation office. So make sure when you go in next, you sign that, and then we can start getting this flow of information, so we don't call you in to tell us why you're not doing something that you're doing all the time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I do have one question. Mr. Schuyler, are you my attorney now?
For today, he is.
For today, he is. Okay. So
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah, once
I wish.
once a case resolves, your attorney usually puts in a notice of withdrawal, so you kind of technically are floating with that one. But
Okay.
you can always call Thurston County Public Defense's main office, and
Yeah.
we'd be happy to assist you, whoever is available at that time.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I did call
And
them and I
I will
asked
be
in regards to probation, do I need to reach out to probation offices or anything like that? But they said I'd need to get into contact with my lawyer for that information, but I have not been able to be in contact with my lawyer, unfortunately.
Did you get my message with my email on it?
I did, yes.
Did you get my pics?
Yeah, you can always email me.
Did I
Perfect, thank
accident?
you.
Oh, you can. Oh yeah, get it.
So we'll take no further action today on
If you know what I mean.
Ms. Pogue, and at this point, I don't see. I guess let's make a record of it. Mr. Biddle, any objection to just not proceeding on this, and with the assumption that Ms. Pogue has completed her jail time and is active in treatment?
No objection, Your Honor. It appears Ms. Pogue has done plenty of due diligence on this, and as soon as we get the remaining paperwork, this should be settled.
Okay.
Good.
They don't have any proof she was ever in jail.
Good enough.
Okay, we
I
may
mean,
spend part of your Friday morning with us, and
what?
will get us the paperwork that confirms all of this here shortly.
I mean,
I'll send it right away.
this a part of your Friday morning.
Oh, you're done.
With
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, bye-bye. You too.
Do they treat everyone the same way, or
Needed to
I?
meet with Ms. Collier.
I believe we're here for the same issues, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, sir.
She's like, oh, thank God I'm a woman. This is gonna go so easy.
Here, there we go.
It's gonna be funny
Good morning.
if he goes over to her and goes, "Hey, Alyssa."
Good to see you. If it's well, we're gonna need some paperwork on that.
Correct.
So we're here for a sanction hearing,
Okay.
and
He's laughing about the email I just got
go
from
back to last April.
Last one was about drugs. This one we don't know yet. Just moved down to this one. Or drugs are we're thinking
Was
drugs.
required. There was a chemical dependency evaluation.
More drugs. Hello, Pike Hunter.
Pike.
She seems to have a good memory. The judge said that.
Uh-huh.
Prosperity Wellness Center. And that date was August 31st, and I believe I got out October 8th, and I graduated.
Boner.
I did have failure to follow up with IOP treatment, and now I am back at Prosperity Wellness Center for inpatient. And my discharge date is supposed to be the 5th.
Washington's got some hot druggies, huh?
Yeah, best
and
looking druggies in
court just a couple
all
days
of America.
And I was requesting I guess I wasn't really sure what to do. My plan after leaving here was to go and move to California to live with my parents. I wanted to see what to do about that.
Okay, thank you for the
Well,
information.
if they don't want you, you can move in with me.
That's smart to try to figure all that out.
God bless.
And I'm reading a letter from Prosperity dated 27 May indicating re-entered treatment on the 8th of May and to be complete on the 5th of June. Engaging in services and participating towards stated goals.
Bishop had a dream. I see your email.
Long hair. Bishop's back again. Nice to see you. It's a little bit of the old fish there. That's good.
That's so funny. It popped up on my screen. I read it. I was like, oh my God.
And I do as well wonder that often as well when he's starting. Sorry, Bishop just sent us a
Knox
group chat.
just chimed in. I still think he has no teeth.
Yeah. Knox has been on that one for a long time.
Good Lord.
I tell you, I don't mind this court, but the double up of him really annoys me. I don't know about you guys.
Well, he wants to be noticed. He is the judge. And his name is Brent Buckley. Yes. Way too young for me, for God's sakes.
I might answer my own question here. Let me just check.
Oh yeah, Pike. Yes, from the yes. The ones outside of the gas station. Yeah, yeah. They target ones like her.
That's what I said, man. You know, everybody wants to have people, mama.
Hey, mama, go.
That people want to move in with them.
I see that you went in last May to Northwest Resources for the mental health evaluation. They said you came in and they were going to prepare a report.
So she's there right now.
Do the evaluation. I don't see any result from that.
Yeah.
Do you know what
that treatment?
What the story is there?
This last May?
In May of 2021, it says you went into Northwest Resources pursuant to a recommendation from your chemical dependency counselor that you get a mental health
He's got all her info.
They said you did that, and they would prepare a report, and I haven't seen a report.
They did do it. They did it. I'm not sure if they were successful in sending the report. I think at one of my.
Is Skylar going to enter the camera in a minute or what?
I'm not sure if they had to either
Look how close he is now.
more in order to find it. At home, I do have a copy of the report.
And what did it recommend by way of mental health treatment?
I had recommended intensive outpatient treatment for PTSD and dependency. And then
Oh yeah, she's in treatment.
I started relapsing when I was in IOP, so it got.
I heard that.
Mary Lou Wooten Fitzgerald, hello, and hey, kitten.
Kitten mittens.
Okay, so the work you're doing with Prosperity is your chemical dependency treatment?
Yes.
Or is it
There's
also
a
mental
storm
health?
coming.
Just chemical
Yes, it's they're dual diagnosis, co-recurring, and trauma-informed center. So it is both for the dependency, mental health.
Okay, so you're dealing with both issues in that one treatment modality.
Yes.
Okay.
So what is this, like a checkup for her basically along the way, or did she catch something else?
I think she had like a failure to appear type thing, or she was supposed to have some sort of something she didn't do that she was supposed to, and now we're, I guess, delving into
It's
why exactly.
And
it's a whole different
based on the
mood.
letter I see, and based on your understanding, on Sunday you complete treatment. Is that right?
Yes.
Is
that
There is
anime behind her?
get an extension.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm not sure.
I don't quite feel like I need an extension.
I'm sorry,
but
kid.
yes, I am set to discharge on the 5th.
Okay.
It means a lot to us.
You had your last class with them. I'm assuming you don't have class over the weekend. Or are you
Yeah, we
there
do have
now?
classes later. I am at the center now. We do have classes later today, and we did have some in the morning today. But yeah, no more really for the weekend. We do have a few like group meetings, like NA and AA meetings.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And are they going to graduate you on Sunday? Is there a graduation ceremony or something? Or
Do you want to come?
Yeah, or say goodbye.
My coin out is supposed to be today while all the staff members and stuff are here. I'm not sure if they'll
I'd
print
like
out
to send you some flowers.
like
if
while
I
my
could.
counselor is still here. I mean, I could go grab it. Yeah, that's good.
It's okay.
Not necessary.
Can I see in your drawer?
All right. Mr.
Hey,
Biddle,
did you
what's
draw
the
that
legal
picture
treatment
behind
compliance?
you?
It does, Your Honor.
Mr. Vittle.
At this point, it doesn't appear that there's any further action needed from the defendant, so we just note the violations, I guess. I don't even know that that's necessary here. Let me see here.
Wow, he was doing some heavy scrolling. Did you hear
All
that?
right, this was set out in the detention hearing with Ms. Collier actively engaged in treatment and just about to complete it. We'll take no further
Oh, kidding. I think you just missed him hitting on the last lady.
to get you
Email me anytime.
and hopefully you feel the better for it.
Yes, the judge does look like
Yes.
Al Franken.
Yes, a
You're
lot.
right.
A lot.
I can see that.
Good.
All right, onward and upward. They're
Do
starting
they
to
live in
bore
the
me over
area
there.
or in Texas?
In Wichita Falls,
I believe this is
How
a
far is that
marriage
from
divorce type thing.
approximately an hour and a half
Like
to 2 hours.
a divorce type thing to me.
Do you have nieces and nephews?
I do.
BRB.
And do you see them frequently?
Not as much as I'd like.
What do you do for a living, Keith?
State trooper.
And what kind of schedule do you have as that job?
Clearly, you've seen it is a 10-day work week with 4 days off with a swap of night and days.
Meaning the first 10 and maybe is days, and then the second 10 is
Damn.
nights.
That's correct.
No wonder
what
he
is
couldn't stay home and take care of his wife.
Several deployments. We have border deployment that we go to assist Border Patrol on the U.S.-Mexico border. We have Capitol deployment where we go and provide security for the Capitol during legislative session. We also have other
guessing
deployments
Keith
around
is
the
the
state
husband.
to curb crime in more bigger cities.
And how, for a typical deployment, what is the length of time that you are away from your home post?
They're all a
see
little
it,
bit different. Border can be anywhere between 7 days to 14. Capital duty is usually a week. And then depending on where we have to go for city deployments, we either stay or we are allowed to come back home.
Where's the ex-wife
And
at?
are you given, sorry, strike that. How much notice are you given for deployments?
DPS, there's no telling. There's not a good answer for that. On average, I'd say 2 to 3 days.
And is it within the time frame of your normal 10-day schedule?
Most times, yes, sometimes.
And so sometimes it may be over
guess I'm
the 4-day
divorced.
weekend that you're supposed to have.
That's correct.
The current parenting plan in place was agreed upon in the summer of 2018, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think it is feasible for that plan to continue?
I don't believe so. That is why I went this route to change things up. Over time, things changed. The children have been growing older and doing different things.
typically
They're
happens,
not
yeah.
little kids anymore that don't go to school. And now they are in school. And I decided to go this route to get things changed. Yes.
The current schedule allows you 2 weekends per month to be exercised in Kansas, correct?
Correct.
In the matter
Have you
of
missed
marriage
some
of
of
Amy
those
and Keith
weekends?
Dieter.
Yes.
Amy Dieter.
And have you had a
Keith
chance to
Dieter.
review Exhibit 9, that parenting log?
Yes, I have.
Any reason to believe that's not an accurate representation of what parenting time has occurred?
I think, I believe it's all there, black and white. You know, some of the instances may be a little skewed, but for the most part, that's pretty accurate.
You would say
I
that
have
the
a
days
feeling
that you missed are accurate.
David is
Yes, ma'am.
the judge.
The reasons may not be quite reflected as you would recall them.
Correct.
Generally speaking, what is the main reason you missed parenting time?
Work schedule.
And is that deployment, or is that just inability to get a full
Good to
4
see you,
days
Heidi.
off?
It can be a multitude of things. It could be deployment, could be a change in the schedule. Our schedule is constantly changing because troops go places and we have to fill gaps and do other things while that troop
Gap
is
filling.
absent.
One of my favorite pastimes.
Have you found that exercising your parenting time 100% in Kansas to be difficult?
Yes.
Why?
First, financially, place to stay, not comfortable up there. I don't have any family or friends up there.
Let's talk about place to stay. Ms. Dieter testified that her parents' home was available. Has that ever been offered to you?
I don't recall that ever being offered.
It is storming
Towards
bad.
the beginning of your separation and shortly after the divorce was finalized, did you stay at her residence a couple of times?
I did.
Did that work for that time period?
It worked for that time period, yes.
Would it be feasible now?
No, I don't think that's fair.
Apparently you have a camper, is that correct?
Yes, I do.
Is it feasible for you to bring the camper to Kansas to exercise 3 days of parenting time?
It's possible.
Would that increase your gas cost?
Yes. Finding a place to park, finding a park to park in. I'm not really familiar with any places around Andover that possibly do
Doing
that.
that on purpose or just homeless and living in an RV?
Would you agree that you need to communicate better with Ms. Dieter about what weekend you do intend to exercise your parenting time?
Yes, I can.
And you've heard her state that she would like a set weekend.
David is the attorney.
for your
I mean, the
parenting time to
judge.
occur, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Would
Judge
you also
Ricky.
like that?
Yes, that would be fine.
So you would be okay if the court said we are going to do the first weekend of every month?
That's correct.
What if your work schedule doesn't allow the first weekend of every month?
Then I still get time with them. I just will be gone just as Miss Dieter is just to work during the day and come home at night or vice versa.
And this is all contingent on the court adopting the LPC's recommendation to allow
would
you
imagine
to
one would
exercise
agree
parenting time in Texas, correct?
Correct.
And so this would allow, the LPC recommendation contemplates you might work during that weekend, but you might also
Seems
then
like
get
the
time
dad's
after.
working a
correct?
lot with a pretty important job.
Layla and Sophie just spent time with you down in Texas, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Did they enjoy
Oil
spending
rig.
time? Did you observe
Oh, yeah.
them? Sorry, strike that. Did you observe them spending time with Nora?
Yes.
What were your observations?
They love her. They care for her. They love to play with her. Sophie, she kind of goes on her own and comes back and forth, but Layla's always right there in her face, essentially.
You
The
previously took
attorney,
a co-parenting class, correct?
I did.
Do you recall some pointers or tips from that co-parenting class that you have actually implemented in your communication with Ms. Dieter?
I believe so, yes.
What specifically can you point me to?
I try not to, get upset about things. I attempt to take a step back and come at it from Miss Dieter's perspective. And, that was one thing in there that I really picked up on. And I just need to allow for those instances.
Ooh,
Going
let's hope
back
Miss
to the
Dieter's the one with the
LPC
glasses on.
recommendation, you met with Miss Demos several times, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you feel like she did an adequate job in her report detailing your conversations with her?
I believe so.
Do you believe she did an adequate job of representing the joint sessions that you had with Miss Dieter?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you wanting to adopt the LPC recommendation as the parenting plan that should be put in place?
Yes, I do.
Why?
By the way, I saw someone asking about Judge Alex. So Judge Alex's courtroom filled back up. It was full of people that weren't even the ones that were there earlier. They were up for a while, and then all of a sudden they cut the feed again. So I don't know
That was
exactly
pretty bad nosebleed.
what exactly is going on, because I felt like, it was probably like the 2:00 docket coming on, and something happened again, and nothing. Family, this is kind of family court, I would say, but there's tons of it
in the
on.
matter of, it says right up there, in the matter of marriage of so I'm guessing this is divorce proceedings, not so much family court.
No, I don't even think it's that. I think this is at the point of him wanting to redo custody,
Oh, okay. I got you.
like his visitation, because he lives in Texas. They live in Kansas. He gets to see them every other weekend. He's having to travel to Kansas every other weekend to see them, but it's getting harder and harder to do that. So that's why they brought up the thing about the camper. He says he doesn't know anybody there and that sort of thing. So there's a lot of moving parts to this, but
Yeah.
it's going to be long and drawn out. Because
Do you guys want to stick with this? You want to go over to Judge Herman, who I just caught going after another attorney?
He hates attorneys.
He hates attorneys.
I think it'd probably be best to move on for this, because this is not.
Yeah, it's
gonna
not
be
something that's
quick.
going to be real quick. Well, let's jump over here with Judge Herman. This just happened just a second ago. Let me back it up just a quick second.
Judge Herman's been on it today. He's been going after attorneys nonstop.
Are you objecting now?
I'm not sure what I'm objecting to.
Okay. As the court rules would suggest, when there's a contested motion, the parties are supposed to talk to see if they can consent to something. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give him more time, that's perfect. Yes, if that's what you're asking, if you want to adjourn it to a future date, that's fine.
All right. Well, why didn't you tell me that right off the top?
I didn't understand exactly what you were saying. You said, "Do I object?" So I didn't know if you were what you were.
No. Okay, listen. Before I went into my questions, you could have said to me, Judge, he called us the day before yesterday and asked for an adjournment so he could look into this more.
Well, I generally know that you get through the questions, so I was just waiting for the questions to come through.
He is so sassy. You hate this judge.
But that's more relevant.
So much fun.
At this moment, 48 hours after the phone call, than the questions are.
I understand, Your Honor, but I have 5 cases today, so I wasn't sure. So that's why when I went into the account when you asked me, I looked at it and it showed the note from June 1st.
Okay, all right. Well, here's what I'm writing in the file. Defendant contacted plaintiff and asked.
It's crazy because this happens every day. Him going after. It's nuts.
Oh, they have to cringe when they know they're coming to see him. Have to.
Craig is visibly shook
45 days.
by that.
So does that mean that you all are going to be in contact so that he can find out about this?
Yeah, because it looks like we advised him to call once he needed a little time. Didn't know if he gives a call back in about a week.
BRB. I got something pulled up if you need it.
All right.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Ready?
Yeah.
Man.
Wait a minute. I don't know why this is saying a warning.
Y'all pity the fool.
Speak so I can test the mic.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Oh, is he going to record his SoundCloud hip hop?
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. All
Mr.
these
Fay, could you
technical
test on your
things.
end, please?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you both through the headphones, so go ahead.
I was going to say technology will be the death of us all.
Go ahead before we have.
All right, LVNB funding LLC versus, do you have to do the reset now? Versus Otis Jenkins, 12-1261 GC.
Better have a damn good bookcase behind you, Alex.
81401 on behalf of plaintiff.
It's Otis Jenkins here.
No other defendants are appearing, Judge.
All right, this is to ask on the record.
That's another thing that you gotta remember too, is that woman that's in the courtroom with him has just a terrible attitude also, which is
This is your motion to renew this judge.
Right.
Is Mr. Jenkins alive?
Yes.
How old is he?
He was born in
I bet he's over 60. He's
1940.
over 60. Of course. You know why I know that?
Probably his address.
No.
His first name.
Yes. What year was he born?
46.
Watch for that thing to come up
It's
there.
green.
Judge.
It's green.
What?
That's green.
No,
What do you want me to come up?
that green light is why it was giving me the warning.
Oh,
they were just doing mic checks with
because I didn't see it.
Did he sing?
Oh, he's getting ready to.
I can't see it from down here sometimes. You got the mics flashing on the bench back and forth from red to green. And we're on the record. Can you come in?
Colty, everybody says hi. You're paying you
I'll
guys
say
no
it now.
attention.
Technology will be the death of us all.
It might be.
Nah.
Well, I'm fairly certain.
Okay.
Did you just realize he's being a dick, so he's trying to be nice to the attorney now?
Craig is like, yeah.
Craig ain't having it. He's like, can we rush through
Oh,
this?
did you see his eyes? Did you see the way he just
Oh.
did his eyes at him? He's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Well, Carol, if so, we've been watching for a while, and she's the same way every day, so. She's just as sassy as him.
Mm-hmm. They give it
And
right
mean.
back. It's like an episode of Night Court.
Oh, no, I get it.
I didn't touch anything, man. I'll tell you that. I'm just sitting here.
Can you stop it for a minute?
Oh, yes. I have a feeling
I
he
mean, we
could
have to.
sit and go for a while.
We have to because we have to make sure it's working. I could still hear both of them, but I don't know which mic was picking them up because it doesn't tell me.
Sure.
And I did get a warning saying courtroom 1 offline.
All right, this is funny.
Sure.
They're not working on power anywhere in the building, are they?
He don't care. He's just on his phone scrolling. Have you ever seen a judge that uses his phone? We watched him answer a phone call. What was that, yesterday, day
Yeah.
before? He got up and walked around the corner, answered a phone call.
Oh, Harrington's wacky baby arms.
Okay.
This could be something semi-serious if they're talking about the one that's the record, basically.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not good. Well, that one is, yeah.
Is it raining outside?
Yeah, it's pouring here, Judge. Like, that's what I went and looked at.
It's slightly dark here. I think we're going to get something at some point. And they're gone.
And so
Is there
now I
lightning?
don't have any place to live.
Greg's
at
good
this
to go.
point.
Over to Sally Port, ladies and gentlemen.
So you don't have a place to live and you're no longer going to have a job in 23 days. Is that correct?
Well, I mean, I own my house, but she don't have no family. She has no place to go. So, and I
I'm
have
in
no
Sallyport.
contact with her, so I can't tell her to. I mean, it's my house. She has no, her name's not on anything.
You think Jeremy is a
Okay, well,
attorney
at this
or
point
a
in time, the
defendant?
court does find that you would qualify for court-appointed counsel lacking financial wherewithal. And the court does appoint Darren Patterson to represent you at all stages of the proceedings. Darren Patterson is appointed to represent you at all stages of the proceedings. The court, I
Just a moment. I just wanted to see this judge.
What in the hell is going on? What? Wait a minute. What? What am I looking at? I don't even know what I'm looking at.
He's not on the calendar because
her
got booked too late or something, so he'll be on Monday. And I told him that.
Okay, yeah, he's in. I just want to confirm. Thank you.
Couple of she-hers.
Is he in on a new case?
My God.
The courthouse here at the Sally Port. Okay, you've made your bond. Council's been appointed. You know your next date, August 1 at 9 a.m. And you're going to need to be present here at the courthouse. And anything further?
Did you say my?
He's smuggling jeans into the country.
Your attorney is Darren Patterson.
Okay.
Darren Patterson and Mr. Castillo.
Okay.
No, Your Honor, nothing further.
And Mr. Stapleton, any other questions?
No, I just don't know exactly where I'm going to stay.
We're going to jump. Mikey's internet is.
I don't know what's
during
going
the
on with
storm
it.
Is
Again,
not.
there's no. I'm like Creed today. There's no meter
Yeah.
going off up here.
Yeah, you're extremely blurry, and it going like.
I'm guessing I am as blurry and look as good as Doug Wallace over here.
Do it right. Get the eyes right. Is he missing an eye?
He will be in this drawing.
And by the way, anybody want to look up Quincy Frazier? Because if he didn't spend any time in the NFL, I would be shocked. He's got that look.
Yeah, he does.
Christopher, we just want to look at his forehead. Alex, if I were you, I'd go to Mikey's. Around here, it's a real crapshoot. I microwave a lot of things tonight.
I just like that Alex knows what a third chair is. So that tells me Alex knows something.
You know, they had mentioned that over on Legal Bites, where I think it was Hogue Law had mentioned she had called him second chair.
Counsel, did anyone check and see whether or not he had spent any time in custody, being under the DUI, if he got a credit for time served?
I believe that
Your Honor,
my
first of
man
all,
needs to know about that.
I had an
He's
email
talking
this
about
morning
last night.
that stated he served already 2 days.
Yeah, they caught him
Thank you.
with a bullet.
Did he trip
All
off?
right, Mr. Wallace, with regards to the reckless endangerment,
Go ahead.
I'm going to sentence you to 4 days in custody. I'll suspend the remaining 360 days.
He did
I'll
too.
allow you to complete that 4-day jail sentence by completing 4 days of out of custody work crew or 32 hours of community service as directed by Offender Services. You will need to contact Offender Services by the end of the day on Monday.
No, not that bad, Alex. Just some
Discuss that
leftovers.
with them. And then, sir, I'll make a finding that you're indigent. I'll suspend all fines and fees. It's a condition of your sentence that for a period of 24 months.
I'm as indigent as Douglas Wallace.
And that you successfully complete that work through and/or community service. With regards to the driving under the influence, I'll sentence you to 24 hours in custody. I'll suspend the remaining 363 days. I'll give you credit for time served. I'll make a finding that you're indigent. I'll suspend all fines and fees. It's a condition of your sentence that for a period of 24 months, you not drive without a valid license and proof of insurance. You're not to drive or be in physical control of a motor vehicle while under the influence. You're not to refuse any breath or blood tests upon request of law enforcement who has reasonable grounds.
I mean, it's pretty close, you guys.
Physical control of a vehicle while under the
It's
influence.
pretty close.
You're required to comply with any and all Department of Licensing and interlock requirements. I'll place you on probation until you complete a chemical dependency evaluation and any recommended treatment. I'll also require that you attend the DUI Victim Impact Panel. Both of that can be scheduled through probation. So you'll also, by the end of the day on Monday, want to make contact with probation They'll
Is he
have you
Popeye's
do
son?
You signed up for the victim impact panel. All right. Any questions, Mr. Wallace?
I don't know if they still have it, but when they were doing the
Counsel, any
XXLs,
questions?
they were pretty good. The
All right,
boneless
thank you.
fried
Thank you
chicken I
for your
like.
patience.
Yeah.
I'd like to get.
We don't like nothing on a bone.
Sit over there with any longer than they need to with the defendants in the room. So appreciate your patience on that.
That's what I said when we walked
All right.
when we got over here. I'm pretty sure he did. Wow, they cut that quick.
Class B
Back over
non-person
to Steve.
misdemeanor.
Back over to
Count
Steve.
4, same date and location, possession of paraphernalia for use. Class B, non-person misdemeanor.
Thank you.
And count 5, same date and location, driving under the influence of Class B, non-person misdemeanor. And Mr. Callaway.
I heard this
do you
guy say
understand
he
the
drinks a
charges
lot of
pending
coffee because
against
he
you?
used to be on
I do, Your Honor.
drugs.
And
Go to
Mr. Callaway, you
trash.
do have the right to counsel if you cannot afford an attorney. One
You
would
can
be
now recite
appointed
the
to
Bible.
represent you. Are you currently employed?
Not currently, I'm job seeking, but I mean, I probably will have a job within the week, but, I was hoping that maybe I
What a
could get
claim.
court appointed for now, just so I can get the ball rolling, and then if I
As soon as IBM
wanted to
calls me
attend
back.
counsel, would I still be able to do that, wouldn't I? Say if I.
Yes.
Elon.
Yes, the
gonna call
court
him.
finds
Keep
at
it on
this
the
point
air.
in time, Mr. Callaway, that you are currently unemployed. Do you
Ed,
have any,
I always think about that with this guy.
Busted
And
out.
it looks
No, I
unfinished.
mean,
The secret panel
my
there.
vehicle, I mean, that's about it.
okay, well, the court finds that you do not have any type of savings, and therefore the court finds you are without financial wherewithal. Therefore, the court does appoint counsel to represent you. The court appoints Jim Watts to represent you at all stages of the proceedings. Jim Watts is appointed to represent you at all stages of the
Look,
proceedings.
look, he's digging in his
The
pocket.
court sets your next obligation to appear before the court on Monday, June 27, 2022 at 2:30.
A tattoo
Monday,
shop
June
is missing an
27,
artist right
2022
now
at
somewhere.
2:30 on the felony preliminary hearing control docket before myself by Zoom at that time.
Yes, sir.
June 27, 2022 at
What's he
2:30.
in for? Did he burn down bombs away?
Council's been appointed. Your next date has been set. You've
Bombs
already
away.
made your
3.
bond.
He burned down.
I'm showing your current address at 306 North Michigan Street, Winfield, Kansas, 67156. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you have a phone number?
I do have a phone number, yep.
What is your phone number?
I'm gonna be 316-293-7551.
There you go, ladies.
Do you use an email address?
I do have an email, yes, sir.
AOL.com.
What is that?
All right, it
Listen.
would be all lowercase, but it'd be Curtis Callaway with a 2 at Gmail.
It's all
Oh,
lowercase.
damn.
It's all lowercase.
Ragamuffin getting ready for a little storm in action this weekend, huh?
It's
Hang in there,
Curtis,
bud.
all lowercase, CURTIS,
It's 12
Callaway,
uncut,
lowercase.
all lowercase
2
at
gmail.com.
It did seem that did they cut it out? 12 uncut.
That's correct.
Okay. Once again, you do need, this would be by Zoom hearing. And once again, that is on June 27, 2022 at 2:30.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to figure out if this is a
Any other
woman or
matters
not
to
over
come
here at
before the court,
Two Better
Mr. Castillo?
Best.
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions, Mr. Callaway?
No, sir. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Court is in recess and you're free to go.
Thank you. Just have a good day.
Hey, at least he attempted to dress up for court today. I'll give him
Yeah,
that.
he did a great job. I mean, he looks so dapper.
Judge, I'm wondering if this is Crystal Haynes.
That looks fantastic, but I also want to see what's happening over here.
Open for the 23rd at 1 p.m.
You're open? That one work?
They just brought in a lady in a hospital gown.
Okay, so.
Well, we're back over there then.
She just walked in. She's wearing a hospital gown.
Oh, look at those nice bangs.
Okay. Next case would be Karen Johnson.
Getting dressed up.
And Ms. Johnson, the court is in receipt of your bond that was posted.
I just
Are you
got
sure
amount of
that it wasn't Jake doing the
$1,500.
Could be.
the coke?
Did Jake have a dream last night?
And Ms. Johnson, at this point in time, there have been no charges filed against you.
Then why is she
Um,
here?
I do
There you go,
need to
Alex.
confirm your current
I found out
address.
later Alex is a
47
serial killer.
Southeast 50th Street, El Dorado, Kansas.
That's true. Try calling.
Is that
a little
correct?
bit. He probably did
Yes,
turn it
sir.
off. He had enough common sense to
And
wear a
your
suit
phone
and
number
cord. He
is
has enough common sense to turn his
316
phone off.
244-0632.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sure she did.
Is that a drill I just saw in the
Do you
picture?
use an email address?
No, I don't.
Okay.
What? You
And
can't do anything with that email
subsequently,
anymore.
At this point in time, as no charges have been filed, you'll be free to go. You would need to be served in the future if there are charges filed. Any other information needed by the state, Mr. Castillo?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Johnson, you're free to go at this point in time. Have
So
a
I
good
don't,
day.
do I need to come back?
No, there's no
He
subsequent date
told
set.
you. If there's any
Been no
charges,
date
then
set
you
at this
will.
time.
She
And
just
at
show
this
up for
time, there's
shits
been
and
no
giggles.
charges filed. There may be charges filed in the future, and you would receive notice of the
No, I
same.
think she's just getting
Thank you,
bonded out.
sir.
That's the first thing he said is I
a
received
good
your
day.
bond.
Thank you.
Is she really in a full on like
I don't know. It looks like a hospital thing. See?
yeah. It did it really did look like that.
And she didn't go out that door like the guy did. She walked this way towards the camera.
Okay, but sir, what he means is if you have the Zoom app on your phone, all you do.
E
is
back.
type in meeting ID.
Oh no.
Athena, get ready. Or does he just go after male attorneys?
I don't know, but she's there to collect money.
Let's go on to another case.
Hey, isn't that one of the guys from Practical Jokers over here at Sallyport?
Taken care of.
Good, good. Ms. Haynes, the court is in receipt of
Midland Funding LLC versus Janet Webster.
Yeah, they're at Sallyport. They do. I know it's weird.
1623 GC.
Athena Agostinos on behalf of Midland Funding.
Oh hell.
Lynn, it's continually getting darker, so I wouldn't doubt that a bit. I don't know. They must have figured it out. Yeah, he really did. He does look like Joe Gatto.
2022 at 9 a.m. before Judge Webster. You do need to be present by Zoom hearing at that time.
Okay, 9
Hey,
a.m.
we're being
August
pranked.
1st.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Zoom. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And
All right, Joe, we're going
you
to
have
need
any
you to
questions?
hit on the judge right now. Like, say he
Honestly,
looks hot.
Can I get a different attorney?
I always love
that
when
would
they
be
ask for that.
something you need to bring up with your attorney, Mr. Patterson.
The
And
only thing, whenever I talk to him, he just says he doesn't want to, I feel like, help resolve this, or he just wants to go straight to probation or something like that. And I
Straight to bed
and plead guilty. You know what I'm saying? And I don't. I feel like I
every time. Just
I want to
My
guess
breath, Your Honor.
dispute it a little bit because I don't feel it's fair.
well, now, Miss Haynes, you may retain whomever you wish to represent you. You
Okay.
may retain whomever you wish to represent you. So you can go out and hire an attorney if you wish.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. So
Yes.
August 1st at 9 a.m. on Zoom.
That is correct.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
You bet. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Quick.
Did you tell them how bad that movie was they did?
Never watched it. She did on the airplane. She watched it for free and said, "Thank God it was free." And
Awful. Just
Yeah.
awful. Oh, it was terrible.
oh, and they cut
We're
it
done
back
here.
to Judge Herman. We're almost done, anyways. They really aren't doing much. We're coming up on almost 2 hours, anyways. We got a chase coming up. Florida Friday, ladies and gentlemen, presented by Larry.
All the great state of Florida has to offer, Creed. All that and some.
Yeah, I think it's gonna start
Oh.
storming here pretty soon.
It's the raining has slowed down outside, but I just hear
Thank you
in the
Google.
background. Hey Google, what have you been doing? Get off my lawn, Google. But yeah, guys, if you have not yet done us a favor and liked the video, please do so before we walk out of her.
And don't forget, coming up at 6 o'clock.
Big members only, even bigger than last week. Who will appear? You never know. Last week it was me and Knox, and well, it was me and Knox.
Nah, we're good. Yeah, it's way up. Well, no, we got a little piece right down there.
Yeah, I think you're gonna
Some
get
red
hit.
rolling by.
Oof. That last frame looked bad.
Yeah, it did. That's at about 425, I think it was. Oh, yeah, look at that red. That's just
Wait.
above me.
Wait to see this big bubble that's all right, watch this. Get ready. The end of the world is coming to Rock Hill. Boom.
Oh, that was good there. Oh, shit.
That was not
Oh,
good.
man. Yeah,
that
that's,
does not look good.
Yeah, so I'll be with you guys for about, I believe, 20 to 30 minutes today for Florida Friday, and we got to chase. That was a bad,
Yeah. Well, hold tight. All right, guys, we're gonna get on out here. Let Creed write out his last will and testament, bring in all his lawn furniture and all inflatables that he needs to take down. So yeah, we'll be right back at it. We got members only tonight. Big one. There's I think there's 200 and some of you now. It's a lot of you.
Not where I'm at. They seem to move very, very quickly. However, when I lived in Myrtle Beach, and I would imagine this goes without saying in Mikey's area too a little bit, I can tell you in Myrtle, a lot of them would hang around. It's so weird when you live along the coast, what that ocean does to your weather, where that's a whole other thing out on the ocean. And then you've got this buffer zone where there's the weird weather mixed between, and then outside of that, it was so weird. Like my parents who lived in Conway, and I was over in Saucus. He was right by the back gate, so very close to the coast. Our weather was completely different so many times. It was very, very different. Crazy how that is.
Creed, we have right now we have 266 members.
Wow, and I hope to see every single one of you tonight.
can't get up. I can't get up.
Why does it have to be two turtles having sex?
Because we like turtles. I'm sorry.
6 o'clock, Jeanette.
6 p.m. East. So right now it's 3 o'clock. 3 more hours. That's all you got to do. 3 hours. And we'll be right back.
Did you win something, Mr. Lantern?
I like your testing of the waters. Wiener.
From Nightbot, Mr. Lantern, Nightbot was unable to authenticate with YouTube's API. The channel owner may need to log in.
Thank you, Nightbot. You're always on top of things. By the way, our membership is up for the last 31 days, is up 419%.
Thanks, Fred, and everybody else doing that. I hope some of you stick around.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice. Wow, a lot of new names over here.
Oh, I love it. Looking forward to that again, 6 o'clock East. And Florida Friday coming up next. We got a chase. We'll see not too long. Oh, there's the cordless drill I was looking for. Is that it? Boy, someday we should play the secret sound. We haven't done that in forever.
Oh,
They used to be fun. We could actually do that.
Used to be a lot of fun.
Give away a t-shirt. We could do it all the way like through a chase.
I'd like to open up the phone lines.
Let's do that tonight.
All right, guys. We appreciate y'all joining us. It's been a long week. It's been a great week, though. We appreciate it all. We'll see you back here in just a little bit at 4:05. What about an hour from now? Until next time, Nightbot. Nightbot knows what's up.
Got some new additions. Yeah, to update her. Nightbot's a
right.
girl, by the way.
All right. Is Nightbot a he/him or a she/her? That's all I need to know. Till next time, guys. You know what I'm just going to say. Bye.
Greatest generation, my ass.